Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Happy Friday. I hope your Friday has been great, you guys. My Friday was pretty smooth. For the most part, it started off a little slow, but then, time kind of picked up a little bit. So yeah, let's get into this podcast today, you guys. So listen, I'm going to do something a little different. So, you know how I told you guys I used to take care of the elderly almost close to 8 years or whatever. I get a lot of questions like, is it haunted? I've gotten people asking me questions like that. And to answer you guys' question, being honest, yes, it is. I know there are a lot of people out there that don't believe in spirits, that don't believe in ghosts, whatever you want to call it, or whatever like that. But you guys, these are things that I can't make up. Like, for real. I cannot make this stuff up. I mean, I have literally traveled to like people's houses and it be weird stuff happening in their house, and I'm not paranoid, you guys. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of those things. Okay. So anyway, let's jump into this podcast. So yeah, I'm going to tell you about the one time. So my first job or whatever, I was sitting in, okay. So this is like, it looked like a hallway. And then there's this one room to your left. That's the laundry room. So that's where I was. But then across from the laundry room, there's another room. That's the break room area. So, and it's like 3 stories that I'm going to tell you guys. I am not kidding you guys. I'm not doing this to freak you out. But anyway, so I'm kind of turned at an angle. So I'm more so looking to my left side and there's like nothing there other than a whole bunch of clothes and other machines and stuff like that. So I'm folding my residence clothes but I could still see at my peripheral, to the left side of me looking towards the break room. So as I'm folding the clothes, minding my business, I see this elderly woman. She was fully dressed, you guys. She had snow white curly hair. She was dressed like she was going somewhere. And literally it was 3 a.m. So I'm like, where in the world she's going? So I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to startle her, or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever, let her walk around, I'll go get her in a minute. So, and I only had like maybe 4 things to fold or whatever. So once I got done folding, you guys, literally it didn't take long at all, I stood up. So when I stood up, and I left this part out. So the door, that little hallway, so there's an entrance that you can come through the kitchen. That door is always open. But then there's this other door that you can go through to come through the hallway versus going all the way through the kitchen to come through that hallway, right? So I didn't hear and you could hear somebody open and close that particular door. But again, you guys, the door was open from, the kitchen area. So it didn't dawn on me why I didn't hear the door open, because I just assumed she walked through the kitchen. Okay. So finally I hear the door. After I'm getting up and about to go, find out, what's going on with her. It was my coworker coming in. She's like, Angel. She's like freaking out. And I'm like, yeah, what's going on? She was like, there was a resident. You seen her? And I was like, yeah, I seen her. I said, you didn't see her? Because literally she just left, And she was like, well, come, because, we have to find her or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we all up and down the hallways, y'all. We are going inside a resident's room, quietly or whatever, not to wake them up. Again, you guys, it was like 3 a.m. And this person that they're looking for is nowhere to be found. So she told me that this person came from the memory care part. So I said, okay, well, maybe let's go back over there. So we searched this stuff up over there. She was not there or whatever. So finally they were able to find this lady or whatever, right? You guys, and I kid you not, the lady that they found was not the same lady that I saw peeping inside of the break room area. Remind you, she never looked in there where I was. She only just looked in the break room, and she kind of slowly turned back around and walked off. You guys, I kid you not. I had worked this place almost close to, it was over a year. The lady that we found, let me get to that. The lady that we found, you guys, she had like long, scraggly hair. It was dark gray, but you could see light gray, like streaks, and she had on this long gown. The lady I saw had on like little blue jean capris, cute little white shirt. It was looked like a sweater, had flowers in it. She had on the little white girl doll shoes with her white socks. You guys, I ain't remember what this lady have on to the T. But been working at this place for so long, you guys, literally never saw this lady. And they actually have a book of photos of people that used to stay there, but I was too chicken shit okay, to go back and look through this photo, because I'd be damned if I see her on there, right? But again, I never see. So I work night shift, you guys, so I didn't see what all of my residents looked like. But when I actually started working day shift, this lady was nowhere to be found. And I did tell my coworker, this is not the same lady that I saw. And she was like, well, Angel, this is who we were looking for, so I don't know who you saw. And even I was explaining exactly how this lady looked, from her pretty snow white curly hair all the way down. And my coworker was looking at me like, girl, I don't know who you talking about. So moving on. Another time working in there, this had to be the most creepiest thing that has ever happened to me. So I'm in the break room. Everything's in the break room, right? I'm in the break room. Of course, this is when I was working overnight. I remember sitting in the chair. I was so tired. As a matter of fact, I was still kind of new. I was so tired, you guys. I've never worked night shift in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like 2 something in the morning. Let me go ahead and try to get, 30 minutes of sleep, because I was so tired. So I went in the break room, and it's always warm in the break room. And it'd be like folded sheets and stuff in there. It'd be clean or whatever, like little blankets. So I took a sheet and I put it on me. As I put this sheet on me, and I'm just like, you guys, nodding out, I hear somebody call my name. It was like, Angel. But I thought, and it was a woman's voice, not a voice that I could recognize. But again, I'm new. So I'm just kind of like, oh, that's the girl, that I'm working with. Okay, she's looking for me, but I'm on break. I'm so tired. I'm not about to answer her. She'll just have to come find me, because I told her where I was. Then I heard it again, Angel. So at this point, you guys, my eyes still closed. I felt somebody standing over me. And that's when I opened my eyes. Because I'm like, first of all, I never heard. Oh, and I left this part out. I actually kind of closed the break room door. But just a little bit, I can peep out and see. But I just kind of like closed it up a little bit. The door was never open. The door was still the exact same way. So nobody came in. And when I opened my eyes, nobody was in front of me or anything. But I felt, you guys, I know what I felt. I felt somebody walk over me. I'm like, what in the world? So I actually tried to get up, because I'm like, okay, maybe she really trying to get, I heard my name twice. You guys, when I tried to get up, I could not move. It's like I was stuck. And you know how they try to tell you like it's sleep paralysis or whatever? No, you guys, I was not. Listen, I get it. Be sleep. You really not this and that. You look like you well, but you're really not up. You really sleep. Forget all that. All that went out the door, because I'm frightened at this point. So I was always told, like, if something like that was to happen, you're supposed to pray. So I started praying, you guys, and praying and praying and praying. And probably after 5 minutes of that, I was able to get up. You guys, I was shaking. I was so scared. Hair stood up on my arms. Y'all, I was so scared. Like, I was shaking it. Like, I was trembling. I never went back there. And I was so afraid, you guys. That's never happened to me before. We are taught not to believe in spirits. We're taught not to believe in any of those things. This ghost stuff that they put on TV. We're not supposed to believe in it. We're supposed to, turn the other way. or, you know, you was raised that these are demons or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't, whatever it was, it's not that it frightened me, but this has never happened. So that's what I was more afraid of, you know? So I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I went ahead and I went to my coworker and I'm like, hey, were you trying to, you know, were you calling me? And she was like, no. And, you know, I've been sitting here the whole time. And I was like, oh. I said, well, it sounded like somebody was calling me. And she was like, no, ain't nobody calling you, no. But I was so frightened, y'all. I went the next day and I went to, there was this lady that you could talk to, you know, like if something was going on with the residents, whatever. And she was an older lady. And I told her, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of afraid sleeping at nights. Yeah, I mean, not sleeping at nights, I'm sorry, working at nights, you know. And she was like, why? And I told her my story, and she was like, you know, she pulled me to the side, and she was like, can I be honest with you? And I was like, yes. And she was like, there are spirits in here. There are some things that go on, but if you are afraid, you can get a red, what she said, get like some red yarn or something, and like, kind of like twist it, or whatever. It looked like kind of like a cross, you know, with the, have you ever seen, like, you know, for the cancer patients, and it's like the little ribbon and it kind of, you know, curves like slump over. So she told me to do that with like red yarn and just wear it, you know, and pray. And I'm like, no, because if I gotta do this in order to work at night, you know what I'm saying, I don't want it. Like, I literally thought about, you know, leaving my job, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? Let me grow some balls real quick, because I ain't about to let nothing that I can't see, well, I can see, but I can't see, you know, run me from my job. I have to pay my bills, you guys. So I was like, all right, you know what, I'm not going to wear it, but I will pray, and, you know, I'm going to tough it out. Another night. I mean, it's been so many nights, you guys. I'm not going to tell you too much, you know, in one time, but I do have another story. So this one here, now I'll tell you guys this one, and then I'll save the other ones for another time. So my last story is I have a homegirl. Hopefully one day she can come on this podcast, okay, and clarify or whatever, but I'm sure she's listening. I've been told her, like, she, like, the same stories that I'm telling you guys, I told her all of this and everything. And, you know, she was like, oh, that's crazy. But, you know, it's not really freaking her out, because some people are just like, oh, okay, you know. And it's not that she didn't believe me, but it was just kind of like, you know, for some people, seeing was believing, or it was just more so like, oh, okay, like, all right, you know, I believe you, but, you know. So, one day, and again, you guys, it's always around 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It had to be like maybe 3-ish, 4 in the morning, and our residents and everything, you know, we had taken care of them, and, you know, did our rounds, made sure, you know, they was good, still in bed, sleep, cool. So we sat down upstairs in the hallway, and it's like you have, so in front of us was a long hallway that go all the way down, and we sat at the chairs. So what I'm saying is, and then there was a hall behind her, there was a hall behind me, but we sat like right there. So what I'm saying is, and then the elevators was, one elevator was in front of us and the other one was down the hall, but if anybody got off of that elevator, we could still see them. So I'm saying all this to say, if anybody pass, you have to pass by us. There's no way you can pass by us to get to the door on the balcony. So this assisted living was 2 floors, and they had a balcony. But the thing is, so the doors, up under the doors was like hard flaps. You know, it protects the residents, so if they open the door, it don't slam back on them. So if they open it, it'll stay. They can push it, it'll push. It's kind of like stiff, you know. It'll open, but it's like stiff. So I'm telling you about the door because the door is a part of the story. So the door was definitely closed and locked. And we know this because we did our rounds with our residents. We have 2 residents that live, their apartments was right by the balcony. Neither one of them can walk, you guys. Keep in mind. So I was actually sitting there. We was talking. Now me, I heard sounded like somebody was walking down the hall with a walker. But and because I know what a walker sounds like on the carpet, you know. So I was asking her, I was like, hey, you hear that? And she was like, hear what? And I was like, well, you know what? If she don't hear it, I don't hear it. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm tired. You know, it's 3, 4 in the morning. I'm tired. So we continued to talk. You guys, literally less than 10 minutes, we heard the balcony door slowly opening. Slowly opening. We both looked at each other. I said, hey, go check that out. She said, hell no, you go check it out. I said, hell no, you go damn check it out. Shit, somebody got to live to the story. You go first. She like, no, you go first. I like, hell no, you go first. So we was like going back and forth for a long time. Cause listen here, I didn't see nothing past us. Not a person, not an animal, nothing that I can see with my actual eyes. We know for a full fact that that door was shut, closed, okay? So, who the hell opening it? Because the residents that stay right beside it cannot walk. How is this door opening? Wind cannot unlock this door and push it open. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to open it and push it out. Okay? So, no wind, no nothing. So, we both agreed, okay, come on, let's get up. Of course, y'all know my scary ass was in the back. I had to have her ass in the front just in case some shit come. I trip her ass out. And you know what I'm saying? Take out running on it. Like, for real. Like, you know, get some help later. For real. Help is on the way. Just like Country Wayne say, for real. Listen, y'all, I wasn't taking no chances anyway. Back to it. So, we continued to walk. And as we got closer, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I started breathing heavy. I started sweating a little bit. Because I'm like, shit. What in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, this is stuff that you see on TV. This is stuff that you hear other people talk about, and you like, oh, they fucking crazy, you know? But nah, y'all, nah, it was so real. We finally reached around that corner. You know, in your mind, you be thinking to yourself, like, please let the door really be closed, and it just sounded like a door open. Y'all, that door was wide open. Wide open. And I remember recording this door being open as proof. Like, I mean, first of all, we should have, you know, like, how's that proof? Could have opened the door and then you telling people the story. But no, y'all, like, I mean, I was so afraid of the whole thing itself. I actually deleted that video out my phone, you know. And you guys, this door was wide open. Both of us were walking side by side with each other. But of course, y'all know I had my foot stuck out just in case I had to trip that girl. You know what I'm saying? For real. And run the other way. You know, they got to get somebody, but it wasn't going to be me. We walked out there, y'all. Nobody was out there on the balcony. We got the door and we closed it back. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think that was. Okay? Again, I'm not getting on my podcast telling no lies, telling no craziness, or anything like that. You know, I just feel like, because I do have people like, you know, don't tell them story. But listen, because I know that there are people out there that experience this whole spirit thing. I know there's people that have encountered certain things. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was good spirits, whether it was bad spirits. Y'all go work in a nursing home. Work in assisted living. As a matter of fact, you can just go in any home. Old settled home, whatever the case may be. Because I've taken care of the elderly in certain homes that was like built probably back in 1950s or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you guys, if you ever had a family member or a friend or somebody to tell you the stuff that goes down and the weird stuff that happened in nursing home, assisted livings, or just in people's homes in general, because that happened to me, and my homegirl will also vouch for it as well too. You guys, I'm sorry to say, but there's something strange going on, and it is something beyond this world, is all I'm saying. So yeah, that is my story time for today, you guys. I definitely just had to, you know, tell you guys that story because I was going back and forth with other stories that I wanted to tell, but that one, I think that one kind of stuck out a little bit. Plus, I had on top of my homegirl I was going to end up putting on my podcast one day anyway. So yes, you guys, I experienced spirits all over the place. Okay, no, I'm just playing. They definitely in that dang. They in the assisted living. They in the nursing home. They where I worked at. It was something going on. Y'all can't explain that. All right. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic Friday. Finish enjoying the rest of your day. I know I am. I'm about to sit back and relax, y'all. I'm tired. I'm not even gonna lie. I might watch a movie with the kids later, and after that, call it a night. So you guys, y'all be safe. Again, have that positive energy. I hope y'all day went swell at work. Y'all didn't let nobody put you down, or somebody was about to, spread that negativity and you stopped them real quick, because you're calm, you're cool, and you're true to yourself. And you're not going to let nobody get you out of character, right? Right. So that's just what it is. And I will be doing a podcast soon, you guys, telling you guys how I got to the point to where I'm at now. Because I know a lot of y'all like, come on, man. Ain't nobody that calm. Ain't nobody that positive. Ain't nobody, this, that, and third. Again, you guys know I am not perfect. But you guys, I strive every day to be the best that I can be. And you got to actually know me personally to know the change and the difference. My girlfriends can see it. My family can see it. I mean, I wasn't off the chain or anything like that, you guys. But I am what I talk about. All right. So if I can change and make that difference in my life, for me, and it's healthy for me, I'm sure that you guys can do the same thing. I got faith in you. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your night. Be safe.